Welcome back, everybody. We are doing another episode of Indie Reads Aloud. And today we have one of my favorite authors on the whole planet coming back again. This is her 11th time on the program because Lisa Jacovsky cannot be kept down. She just
Nope.
keeps writing books and writing books and writing books. So every time she writes a book, she comes back on the program. And we're so happy you came back again. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you, Diana, for having me. I am ridiculously excited. This is one of my favorite books that I've written, one of my favorite series. My three little special needs boys, and they solve a cute little mystery.
These cats are just some of the cutest characters you've ever written. I just think they're adorable.
Yeah.
And I love that they are cats that you've written after real cats in your life. So I
Yeah.
just think that's so much fun that when little kids read these books, they can know, yeah, these are real cats. These
Exactly.
That's pretty
They're
awesome.
special needs, but they're based on real life special needs cats that I follow that just make me laugh every single day.
It is perfect. I love the title of this book. This is Mystery of the Vanishing Fish with
Yep.
Bones and Friends. This is so much fun.
They're
I
little
just
fishy
I
friends.
just
Don't
I love
worry.
we've done this before. Um this little cat is like a Sherlock Holmes of the cat world. He's really super smart and he solves all the mysteries.
He is. So this one is from his point of view, who is blind. So how does he solve a mystery when he's blind?
Okay,
Now
now
that's
you got
part of the fun of the book is each one of them narrating it and doing the mystery with their special need.
this is so much fun. I
Yeah.
love everything you bring to children's literature. I just think it's fantastic. When you are ready, please take the microphone and read aloud.
So this is Mystery of the Vanishing Fish, Bones and Friends series, and it's illustrated by the incredible Brainstorm Productions. Again, I could not be more pleased. They are so talented.
And we'll
So,
talk more about them at the end of the reading,
yeah.
but you go right ahead and read.
So this one actually is not my blind buddy. This is my three-legged buddy. So I got that wrong, but that's okay. This is another little mischief maker. So you can see our illustration. Meows ya doing? I'm Bender. Nice to meet ya. I know you got to meet my brothers, Bo and Bones. Now it's finally my turn. What did you think of Bo not having eyes and all, but can jump to grab those mice toys like it's nothing, huh? Pretty awesome. Then there's Bones. He's such a cuddle bug, but don't let him fool you. He can get into plenty of shenanigans. And I should know, I usually start them. Typical older brother, blaming it on the little one. Some of my favorite shenanigans we get into is solving mysteries. Even if we are not asked to help. How do you like that, though? Not only are we kittens solving mysteries, but we also are special. Or at least our humans say so. See, Mr. Bender over here has 3 legs. I happen to have 3 legs, but I'm the fastest. Bo may be able to jump super high, but I can zoom across the room faster than he can. Faster than little brother here. And Bones, he's our climber. You put him in a pen with mesh or in front of the screen door, turn your back for 5 seconds, and the next thing you know, he's hanging from the middle of the mesh. That's a door. I swear he thinks he's a monkey, not a kitty. Ha ha ha. Sometimes he even hangs upside down. Ha ha. Boy, do we have some fun together. Now let's talk about our latest mystery, the vanishing fish. Our humans have these cool fish that swim around in this big thing they call a tank. I usually try to put my paw inside to catch them. I want to see if they can play with me too. The humans think I'm silly and will always pick me up, putting me away from the fish. I don't see why they couldn't come out and play with me. Today, for some reason, when I went to see the fish, they were gone. This seems like a case for the kitty detectives. You may remember me and my brothers are more than special. We love to solve mysteries like finding where all of our cat toys had gone when they disappeared. I went to find my cat brothers, Bones and Bo, to see if they knew where the fish had all gone to. They had no idea, which meant one thing: time for the kitty detectives. Usually, we start our search in the living room for something missing, but since this is a fish, Bones suggested we check the bathroom first. Maybe they got stuck in the toilet or hopped into the sink. Off we went to check it out. I jumped up onto the bathroom sink to check in there. Nope, no fish. Bo decided to check all along the wall and the floor. Nope, no fish. Bo, uh, Bo decided to check the floor. Bones decided to jump in the tub and sniff around to see if he could smell our pet fish. Nope, no fish in there. We didn't check inside the toilet because we didn't think the fish could lift the lid. At least we hoped they couldn't. That toilet can be a little bit smelly. What about checking the kitchen? The humans do like to cook and use the sink a lot. Maybe the fish jumped into a pot, Bones said. Great idea. The humans were cooking lunch today. Off we went to the kitchen. There were some pots and pans on the counter. Maybe I'll check in there first. Bones went to the floor and began his inspection. Because Bo loves to open cabinets, he began to inspect the inside to see if our fish friends were stuck somewhere. See the booty? After I jumped out of one pot, I landed next to another smaller tank with our friends in it. That's right. Our humans take them out and put them in the smaller tank when they have to clean their bigger home tank. I called out to my brothers, and they both came running over. It seems the pots and pans had hidden our friend's smaller tank. We heard the humans coming and knew that our friends would be okay and put back into their bigger home tank very soon. We turned to high five each other because it was another great case solved by the kitty detectives. Until the next mystery, love and purrs, Bender. All my books.
Yeah, we love kitty detectives are the best.
They really are, and I tried to make it super cute and super, like relevant. Like, where were the fish? Why were
Right.
they gone?
Yeah.
Why do
It's
they
super
think
fun. Because
yeah,
how
exactly.
often do you put something in a safe place and forget where it was? And then you have to do the
Exactly.
detective work to figure out where you put the thing.
Exactly, and it really shows too that even though he has 3 legs, he can still jump up on the counter. He can
Yep.
still zoom really fast. I mean, he almost got stuck in a pot. You know? And it shows too, like with Bo being blind, he was opening the cabinets. So it kind of plays on
Sure.
that a little bit too.
Absolutely. It's one of the reasons I love your collection of stories
Yeah.
so much. You write intelligently and empathetically about every child you might encounter in the world. And I just think it's fantastic. Little kids can see themselves in your books no matter who they are.
Thank you. That is the highest compliment because that's exactly what I want. I want to bring awareness to special needs cats, but I want children and adults to be able to relate, to be able to say, that was really awesome. I can see that with my own cats,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Or in myself or in my friends. Your
Exactly.
Let's Talk series is wonderful for that. It
Thank
it
you.
really shows the genuineness of friendship no matter
Thank
what.
you.
So I love your books. Tell us a little bit about Brainstorm Productions. We've talked about them with the other books that you've done, and I just want to remind people who they are and what they do for you.
Brainstorm Productions is an incredible organization that was created to employ individuals after they graduated from the Center for Learning Unlimited in California. So it's created so that individuals with autism could have a place to work after they were trained in animation at the CLU. And they actually branched out into books, and my Rascal Cat Brothers was the third book that they illustrated. And now they're doing more trainings, and they asked me to help out with the trainings, and that's how they're publishing more of my books. And each book is a different set of 12 individuals with 12 different styles doing the illustrations.
I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
It's taking that old standard of apprenticeship
Yep.
and really helping people move into a career that they can use for the rest of their lives. That apprenticeship, that on-the-job training, that let's take what you do well and turn it into a career. I think that's one of the best ways we can approach life. So
They're so
I'm
inspiring.
thrilled that you're supporting them in their mission. And I'm really excited every time I see a new book from you, because I know that's 12 more people who get to do what they love.
Exactly. And they're so nice and they're so talented. And we were talking before this too about how fast they're doing things.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my Lord.
Yeah, you can
You
barely
know,
write fast enough to keep up.
they're lucky I have it all written. Half of the third book in this is written, but like all the ones they have so far are written. So like the next year ones need to get written.
Time to
But
sit
they're
at your
so
writing desk for a
sweet.
little while then.
I know, that's gonna be my job this summer is to finish up those. But they're so
Pretty awesome.
sweet. Even the first email from the manager this time was like, if you don't have the manuscript done, don't worry, take your time, send it to us when you have it. I was just like, oh my God, you guys are awesome.
Well, I'm so glad you came back on the program again,
Thank
Lisa.
you.
As I said before, you can come back as often as you like.
I
Just
love
keep sharing your amazing books with us.
it.
For those of you out in listener land who have not discovered Lisa yet, please go back and check the archives. Her books are wonderful. And if you have little people in your life, if you follow the link on the show notes, you can figure out where you can buy them too. Thanks again for sharing, Lisa.
Thank you so much, Diana, for having me back, and I can't wait to come back with number 12.
Me too.